A major error in discretion, a big mob bust, and the Newark Rose Fest.
Those are the headlines in years past. Here's News 8 Now's Dave McKinley with News 8 Then.
10 years ago this week was when Hugh Grant, the Hollywood star who seemed to have everything, including Elizabeth Hurley, made that most infamous lapse of judgment with a Hollywood streetwalker, resulting in his arrest. Pop quiz, what was the name of the object of Grant's ill-advised affection, who herself became a household name for a while, a decade ago? That same week, we said goodbye to Lana Turner, Wolfman Jack, and what was at the time the oldest Wegmans store in the chain on Culver near Bay, which opened in 1951 and closed this week in 1995. 20 years ago this week was when Wilma Wright unveiled plans to build the Irondequoit Mall on some land on East Ridge Road, which looked like this week in 1985. 30 years ago this week, and more than a year and a half after mob enforcer Vincent Jimmy the Hammer Macero's body was found in the trunk of his car, a host of his organized crime associates were charged with his killing. They'd be convicted, but those convictions were later overturned when it was learned that cops had fabricated key evidence which led to their arrest this week in 1975. 10 years before that, the closest thing Rochester ever had to a genuine godfather, Frank Valenti showed his trademark temper by storming out of a hearing into the activity of some detectives who questioned him without the knowledge of superiors. It was a scandal that captured the attention of many this week in 1965, when their attention wasn't drawn to more pleasant affairs of the day, like the crowning of the princess at the bygone Newark Rose Festival, which used to draw tens of thousands to the once carefully kept 17-acre grounds of the Jackson and Perkins Nursery, or the migration of the Baltimore Orioles to Rochester, seen here deplaning for their once annual tilt with the Red Wings, or the thrills, chills, and spills of the United States Grand Prix held at Watkins Glen. I know, I'm thinking the same thing. Any moment now, I half expect to see a phony construction barrier fold down and the Batmobile emerge onto the fast track of yesteryear, or the days we call News 8 Then.
This is News 8 Now.
And here's the answer to this week's News 8 Then pop quiz.
The name of the Hollywood hooker that actor Hugh Grant had a liaison with, by the way, both were arrested 10 years ago this week. Her name was Divine Brown. By some estimates, Brown made nearly $1 million from her 15 minutes of fame. She reportedly went through all the money, though, and returned to work on the streets of Hollywood.